I rap all day, and my eyes red cause of all that haze. Don't blow my high, let me shine. Drum on the beat, let me take my time. Nigga want beef, we can check it outside. Fight for what, bro? These hoes ain't mine. Is you out your mind? You out your league. I sweat no bitches, I sweat out weeds. Wear out tracks, let me do my thing. I got 16 for this Roscoe thing, but I'm almost done. Let me get back to it. Whole lot of loud in the low backwood. Whole lot of money, big tip I would. I put on the train, little engine could. Bitch.
Girl, the way you moving got me in a trance. DJ, turn me up. Ladies, get so damn. I'ma sip my Moscato. You gon' lose them fame. I'ma throw this money while you do it with no hands. Girl, jump into the flow. I love the way your booty goes. All I wanna do is sit back and watch you move, and I proceed to throw this game. Roscoe Day. Okay, R-O-S-C-O. We Mr. Shawty, put it on me. Please, I be going ham. Shorty upgrade from bologna. Please, them niggas tipping good, girl, but I can.
Go, 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 go.
DJing's all messed up. I got one song to play for GameStop. 1 second. I almost didn't hit go live again. That would have been ridiculous. Hold on.
Bitch, 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 bitch. 10 20s on your titties, bitch. You fucking, bitch, fucking on my other bitch. Fucking, nigga, motherfucking, this shit. Dick. Rack City, bitch. 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 10, 20s and the 50s, bitch. Rack City, 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 bitch. 10, 20s and the 50s, bitch. Fucking stars. Bitch. Rack City, 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 bitch. 10, 20s and the 50s, bitch. Rack City, 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 bitch. 10, 20s and the 50s, bitch. Rack City, 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 bitch. 10, 20s and the 50s, bitch. Rack City, 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 bitch. 10, 20s and the 50s, bitch. Hundreds, city, bitch. Rack City, bitch. Hundreds. Hundreds. City, bitch. Rack City, bitch. City, bitch. Rack City, bitch.
Welcome to Carter's Corner Pocket, where we fuel the rocket. Today, I'm talking GameStop. You know what it is. GameStop, Rack City, bitch. You know what it is. $4 billion in the bank. Ryan Cohen leading us. leading us for decades and decades and decades. What's up, Marantz? What's up, Sharon? Yo, welcome. Thanks for being here, Marantz. I saw your video earlier today talking to people on the street. That was awesome. I hope you continue doing it. I know you're going to continue doing it, but that's a whole nother level of spreading the word. That's awesome. Myself, I ordered more PSA cards today. Clinton Portis and Brian Robinson Jr. are running backs, PSA 10s. But yeah, man, Ryan Cohen, just doing it, trolling people all over the place with his transformation picture, his pronouns, she, her, hers. Um, Basically, I think he's just messing with them. That's all it is. He's ultimate troll. It has nothing to do with transformation to baby or he's gonna have a baby or none of that stuff. He's just messing with people, man. Brian Cohen's putting in work for GameStop and GameStop only. Let me just kick it off, man. Yeah, I had to do it so late. I would have done it earlier. I had to go clock into work, like badge in with my ID because I'm supposed to be there 3 days a week. I've been watching my son all week. So I haven't been able to make it into the office, but and I had to fill gas in Wife's car, but I made it anyways. It's 12:30 over here on the East Coast, but basically today, yeah, I'm gonna talk about how the media tries to push options on people, bring in newbie retail traders, and just advise them about options. They say how you know how dangerous options are. It's gambling. It's what addicts do. Um, it's a giant casino. You're gonna lose money. You're gonna lose money in the end. You may make some money. You may think you have it down pat, and then you're gonna put down a large sum and lose it all. Um, what was I looking up? Oh, Larry Cheng. Let's start over here. I want to see. This is in Larry Chang's LinkedIn. It's what he talks about essential behaviors that set successful CEOs apart. And I'm pretty damn sure this is exactly what Ryan Cohen's doing. He's raised our $4 billion in cash, and we're sitting pretty. We're sitting pat, waiting for the market correction to come. And then at that point, he'll probably invest it. But I mean, hey, he's probably just holding that $4 billion on the side and just operating business as usual, getting us fine-tuned and profitable company that we are. But yeah, I just want to listen into this, what Larry Chang has to say.
Best way to behave when you do have capital, the best way to behave is like you don't have capital. That is the best way to behave. So great CEOs will sort of institute a culture of a lack of capital, even if you have it. This applies corporately. This applies. This also applies at the household and personal level. The smartest people, when they accumulate capital, will still act like they are preserving it and still executing on expenses and investments with a great discipline.
So that's exactly what GameStop seems to be doing right now. We have all the cash to last us for decades to make sure if we're making profits already and we have all that cash, when are we going to run out of money? And we have no debt. When are we going to run out of money? Never. Especially if Ryan Cohen transitions this thing into a holding company like Berkshire Hathaway. It's ridiculous. The man holds he's the largest Apple shareholder. He owns 36.8 million shares of GameStop. Then there's these articles over here, and there's insider buying. I'm skipping all over the place. There's an insider buying. I was going to hit that at the end, but let's just do it right now. 36.8 million shares Ryan Cohen holds, the largest shareholder. That's a ridiculous amount of shares. Roaring Kitty, 9 million shares. Alan Adel, over 500,000 shares. Larry Cheng, he's got 78,000 shares. Is that true? 78,000? Well, whatever. He keeps buying. So yeah, just look at this article. This dude, Will Ashworth. Just look at the bullet points because that's what most people read nowadays because they're so used to Instagram Reels and whatever, all the short form videos, YouTube Shorts, all of that. Nobody has the mental capacity to go deep into a book or read through a whole damn article anymore. But yeah. So look here, GameStop stock could be worth $9 because of its cash balance, but that's it. Well, since we have that $4 billion in equity, our book value is 1025. It's basically impossible for us to go that low. But it's the headline bullet point, right? Hard work is not going to solve the systemic problems that GameStop's business faces. You mean the e-commerce, the digital marketplace, PSA trading cards, all our different income streams, internalizing fulfillment. Not only that, internalizing fulfillment. They're with this market downturn, the pre-owned the trade-ins are going to come in. They're going to come in because people need cash. Public debt, household debt is going up. Defaults and credit cards are going up. What's next? You know, people are going to need cash. They're looking for cash everywhere. Groceries are expensive. I buy organic everything for my wife and my kids. That shit is expensive. Eggs are like $8 a carton for pasture raised eggs. Um, like all the poison and fillers in our foods. I try to avoid that, but it's getting harder and harder because all these companies are getting bought out by a lot by private equity, and then they try to thin out the product, make the most bang for the buck, and yeah, you get horrible products. But let's move on. Analysts don't cover it. Analysts don't cover GameStop due to lack of transparency from Ryan Cohen and his business and revival plan for GameStop. As a retail investor, you got better odds staying informed about Nvidia than you do GameStop. Yet a major swath of people believe somehow dialed into the inner workings of the company and CEO, largest investor, Ryan Cohen. That's just not so. I mean, they're comparing GameStop to Nvidia, $1 trillion company, the only company that's holding up the entire market. Everything runs on Nvidia. What else is there? Tesla. That shows signs of weakness, right? Look at this. It's on the downturn. Look at this divergence right here. Upward trend, flat. I'm not a TA guy, but this one looks beautiful. Look at this breakout. So let's continue on. That article I just threw in earlier. Here's CNBC, their options action webpage. Yahoo Finance, Apollo owned, their options interest, all of that. You can see it's even listed. God, yeah, they try to push it out. Let's see. I was just showing the websites that they have it on their websites. It's not a game. It's worse than sports betting. I feel like COVID, they try to hit people with sports betting. And now after that's all done, well, I mean, sports betting's huge, right? It's probably going to ruin a ton of lives. Um, Now it's going to be the options game. Um, let's look into this real quick. Oh, this is Larry Chang. Oh, this dude, Charles Gasparino. I have my thoughts about on Charles Gasparino. I don't like him, but this is just basically. I feel like he spoke the truth in this. Pay listen.
Then just about everybody I know that appears on CNBC is guilty too. Andrew Left is guilty of something. Then just about everybody I know that appears on CNBC is guilty too. Andrew.
We heard it from Jim Cramer, how his hedge fund tactics, how he hits up people on CNBC to put out false narratives to help boost the direction of a stock in his favor. Charles Gasparino saying it right here. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. What else is there to say? I can only do so many videos saying this stuff. But here you go. Here's what is this? Yahoo Finance pushing options, right? This is the stock options how-to guide. Take a look at this intro, how they start off.
Start Yahoo Finance's options 101.
Like this should not even be a video. Like from Yahoo Finance, getting regular stock investors to dabble in options. It's just so that they can garner liquidity for their friends, for whoever put in the call. But take a listen.
It's time to consider your options. I'm talking puts, calls, strikes, expiries. If all that sounds like market jargon you can possibly get your head around, think again. That's why we're here, and a lot has changed since the first time a basic options contract was traded. That was on olive presses in ancient Greece. Olives want to take this position in the ever-expanding market, but don't know where to start. Yahoo Finance's Options 101 caught up with the people who do to give you the information that you need. Take a listen. Selecting the right option strategy can be a daunting task, but don't fear. We're going to be breaking down which option trades are best given the current market environment in today's installment of Yahoo Finance's Options 101 theme week, sponsored by Tasty Trade. And joining us here to discuss is Sean McLaughlin, All-Star Charts Chief Options Strategist. Sean, thank you for coming here today. I want to show the viewers at home the Wi-Fi interactive, and hopefully you can see this too. I've been showing this screen all week. We have calls and puts. You can go long a call, and that gives you the right to buy a stock. You can also short it. That gives you the obligation to sell it, and vice versa. But what I want the viewers to see is a quadrant system that you've come up with to help you find the right options in the current market environment. We have a scale going up and down of bullish to bearish, and then from left to right, low volatility to high volatility. And we've put one example of what you can do in these different quadrants, but there are many more strategies. Could you just kind of break this down for us?
Sure. Hi, Jared. Thanks for having me. And what we're looking at here is just a sample of ideas that one can do based on the implied volatility environment that we are in currently. So I've seen the episodes you guys have done so far this week. You're doing an excellent job of covering a lot of the basics and options. The next step when you're about to put an options trade on is you don't want to just buy a call if you're bullish or buy a put if you're bearish. You want to take implied volatility into consideration to maximize your odds of success.
All right, and the VIX has been pretty low lately, at least on the indices. We've seen some pretty low implied volatility, but I want to break down a couple trades on the Wi-Fi Interactive here, taking a look at Mosaic, that's ticker MOS, and you're looking to buy the $30 put with an expiry in June of 21 this year, and we have a profit and loss chart. Could you kind of break this down and how you're thinking about it and how that ties into what you were just describing?
Sure. Well, this is a trade that doesn't come along very often. Typically, when a stock is breaking support and getting to lower levels or the lowest levels it's been in a while, you tend to see people, hedgers, people who are long, who are worried about the position, they tend to use the options market to insure against a large loss. So they'll purchase puts to protect their long position. And when they're purchasing puts, that drives the premiums of options up. But in this case, in Mosaic, right now, at least the time we put this trade on yesterday, the implied volatility in these puts were very cheap. The cheapest it's been in for most of the past year. And so we saw an opportunity where the analysts or the analysis that we've done here at All-Star Charts, we think that Mosaic, if it follows through on the downside, could trade as low as $23 over the next couple of months. So we saw that the June 30 puts were trading for $2 a contract. If Mosaic gets down to 23 before June expiration, those puts will be worth at least $7. That's what the intrinsic value will be at that point. Then we're looking at least a 3x return on our $2 investment, which is what we paid for those puts yesterday.
That seems quite attractive.
What's up? What's up, guys? What's going down, Jay? What's up, Jesse? How you doing? What's up, Jesus? Or Jesus, whatever it is. But look at that fool. He said, what was it, February 10th? It's around $30. He said if it goes down to 23, he's going to get his money. By this time, when it came down only to 26, this is what they're putting out there. They're putting out like just random bets, you know. It only came down to 26, and by this time, theta decay had already kicked in. So they're going to be upside down on their options. And these are Tasty Trades professionals, right? Remember Tasty Trades? Tom Sosnoff, that Lord of the Rings looking character? Let me go ahead. So yeah, that just went from like, what was it? Around $30. It's still, what's it at right now? Still hasn't even hit. And we're way past expiration. Almost $30. Here we go. All right, cool. Here we go. Here's Tom Sosnoff, Tasty Trade CEO. All these people are hired by him.
To enter a game with high
so glad
volatility,
my face doesn't look
and
like that.
In one case, DJT with a lot of interesting put skew, and the other case, Reddit with a lot of interesting call skew, meaning just the velocity of risk is on one stock to the upside. Be strategic and learn how to be smarter investors. I think that there's no downside to it.
Well, we just called you the godfather of retail options trading. So Godfather, I can't do the accent. Help us out. Get it. You come to me now. Give us some lessons, basic things that your audience, our audience could and should be doing if they're going to play in that game. And it is a game.
No question, it is a game. And you know what? This is a game. The most important thing is, first of all, you got to realize that some stocks like AMC and like GameStop, I mean, they're kind of old news. And I'd probably stay away from both of those. If you're hoping for some kind of crazy upside explosion or some cheap upside calls or something, I don't like it. I don't like either of those plays. But if you're interested in DJT or you're interested in Reddit, those are both interesting plays with some pretty wild, there's tons of liquidity, 18 million shares, I think, traded at DJT today, 13 or 14 million shares of Reddit. And they have very deep, relatively liquid option markets in Reddit, okay option markets in DJT. But if you're a strategist and you want to enter a game with high volatility, and in one case, DJ.
All right, that's enough. You heard that fool say GameStop has no upside. When this video was made, April 1st, GameStop was in the 11s. It went up to the 60s, and now it's sitting at what, 23? I don't even know the ending price. It doesn't matter to me. I mean, you know how it goes. I follow. Don't get me wrong. I follow the price action all day long, but by the time it ends, I mean, what's the difference? I don't care. Even if this joint went to 40, I would still be like, it's still nothing to me, right? We've been holding for 3 years, so long. We've got our breakout, and it's only coming. We're on an upward trend. What else is there to do? But now, like, look, 22.67. GameStop was at 11 when that fool said that. It's over doubled, 100% gains. How wrong can these people be and still get paid? Let's see. Here's some more tasty trades. Crap. It's a YouTube short, I heard.
Stock went from what? Stock went from what? $15 to almost $40 at one point today in the last week and a half or so.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to get back into the hundreds of dollars, but
No.
Yeah, 15 to 40, hundreds of dollars. That's pre-split. He's talking about pre-split. He didn't even do split adjustment for that.
you might see it work itself around in the $60 or $70 to $20 range for a little while.
In the what range? I actually don't think this has any sustainability at all. I don't think what you're seeing today, if this lasts...
Do you think the public can be fooled again?
No.
You don't think they have the FOMO?
No. I think that there is a lot of capital on the sidelines that wants to speculate. I don't think people like boring markets. I think people like action. And I think there is speculative capital on the sidelines ready to go to work. But I don't think this is going to be meme stock version 2.0.
Okay.
Can't be.
All right.
Can't be.
Can't happen. Watch this fool. Shove it in his face. This shit was $25 at the point of this video. It went up to 40. We were at 60, right? We were at 60, $80 pre-market. Times that by 4. We get to $240. What the fuck is that? Yo? I gotta watch that movie. Not at AMC. Here you go. Some more tasty trades. What's up, Dynamite? Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Is this legal for shares in GameStop? Is this legal? For shares in GameStop, surged more than 90% in pre-market trading after a weekend Reddit post where Roaring Kitty, he posted the reverse Uno card. Keith Gill, known as Roaring Kitty, showed a $116 million bet on the gaming retailer. People were saying that they'd taken the buy button off of Robinhood. I don't know if that's like true or not. It seems like he's pumping and dumping.
I think it's legal.
Yeah,
I don't see why it wouldn't be. He's just...
Then how's that not pump and dumping then?
She's so damn annoying. Like, it's like affirmative action up on this joint. Yeah, just all this is pushed out by Tasty Trades, and Tasty Trades is always up on Yahoo Finance, who's Apollo owned. So there's the connections.
To some market participants that Keith.
Look at this dumbass title. Roaring Kitty's a sellout. Yeah, sellout to get 9 million shares. Like. They talk about how he sold his options. What the hell do you think he's gonna do? Hold it to expiry? Everyone knew. If you didn't know he's gonna sell his options, you're an idiot.
Keith Gill may have sold some of his recently disclosed options positions in the company. I can neither confirm nor deny. But on Wednesday, 93,000 June call options changed hands.
And again, I don't know if he sold some of his position or rolled them out to longer dated
it's not
calls.
The whole story.
Right.
That's what I learned from
so
you and
like,
Tom. So
now everybody's trying to figure out
sure.
what he did, and unless somebody shows you or tells you, and even then I would take it with a grain of salt, you really never know what they did against the other side of that position.
There's rallying again today.
I think this is more like CNBC pushing options. I don't remember this video. Yeah. It's just more them pushing options. Basically, Intel. They allowed this. It's like the PP show up on here. They have this dude pushing Intel options, talking about long calls to 40 minutes, dropped from like 37 to 30 at this point.
On a tear over the past month, up nearly 12%. Bill Baruch thinks the recent breakout could be gaining some steam. He's going to put on a new options trade as a result to capture that upside. He's here with us for your best option. What is it? Good to see you.
Thanks for having me. Good to see you too. Now, this name's unlocked. You said it. It has fallen out pretty sharply early April, and then again after earnings late April. But I think all of this negativity has been flushed out. They even lowered guidance. Really at the end of April. That was that last push lower. So I think the bar is set pretty low for the coming weeks. They report into the quarter. I expect positive things. We started to see some of the analysts start Melius upgraded the name too. So I think that's there. And then the U.S. government is behind this name with the CHIPS Act. So I think the future is going to become in focus here. I'm going out far. I'm going out to December. This is far from me. And a trade I'm putting on personally in options. December 20th expiration. I'm buying a $40 call, and then I'm cheapening that cost by buying a $45 or selling the $45 call. So it's a $45 call spread. And the cost of it, I'm in it for $1.02. You could actually probably get it a little cheaper here today. And as I always talk about back in napkin math, the width of the spread is 5 points, and you can divide this in there basically 5 times. So I look for at least 4 being divisible by. So this is, I think, very good value. There's really strong resistance up there, about $40.50 to $43. I plan on trading this as time goes on here in the coming months, but I like this name and we own it in portfolios.
All right, you
They should never be pushing this stuff out to retail. They're only doing it because the house wins. The house wins, right? And who's the house? The house is the evil people. The evil people with bad intentions here to take your money, take your cash. If you buy in whole shares, like I buy daily, I bought today. Of course, I shopped at GameStop all week long. I mean, look at my receipts. It's ridiculous. I got receipts. I got bags everywhere. Is Jones turning into like? Here's another receipt. Bags. I've been shopping all day. This is my daughter's birthday. Her room is full with stuff from GameStop. Yeah, I shop there. I buy shares every single day. I accumulate all the time. Marantz, if you're still here. Oh, there you go. Marantz, thank you. I accumulate every single day thanks to his message, and I'm going to continue to do that. And I see my account grow over and over and over again. But moving on. What is this? Oh, this Joe Fonicello, the dude that did the interview with Ryan Cohen. I'm glad he did that interview. It's the last time we've heard like Ryan really speak in an interview setting. But basically, I don't agree with the hire. I mean, he came in all GME with his boy Rod Alsman, his partner, whoever he is. Then they use their fame from GameStop to push out their woke capital subscriptions or whatever it is, investment services, and they went deep on Playboy. As you can see, Playboy right now is at 80. I think it's at 80 cents right now. Let me see this joint. There we go. Playboy, 80 cents. Let's just take a look at their little presentation, their long presentation they put together. People end up thanking them in this for their great DD.
In this scenario, though, when we kind of break out the values we see for the respective assets that are being sold, we back out the net debt, leads us with about $3.05 in equity value per share, which obviously relates
You can see their bear case over here is 305, bull case $11, base case $5. The price currently at 171. I think he said $1.80 or $2 in this YouTube video. But they have Q&A sessions, and as you can see, it dropped. Now it's at 80 cents. So what the hell are we doing over here? It's just a bunch of phonies on the internet trying to make a buck off regular hardworking people, trying to steal money basically, and I can't stand that shit. You know? I'm just running down the line, guys. SEC paid $30 million for a dumbass commercial trying to tell you not to invest in meme stocks. They categorize GameStop as a meme stock, which $4 billion at hand. Great young leadership, forward-thinking leadership, no debt, profitable company, SG&A going down, profit margin going up. I doubt it's a meme stock. AMC is a trash stock. Bed Bath & Beyond is gone. GameStop is here to stay. Let's watch this.
Welcome back. Brad, it's your investment.
I'll take meme stocks. Invest!
Ouch. Your investment, Julie.
I'm going to do some research first.
Well played, Julie. Well played.
We can do research? Investing is not a game. Always do your research before making an investment decision. Learn more.
Do your research, Julie, and you'll find out the GameStop is here to stay. Who the hell is this? Visual Zucchini? Everyone in GME is going to lose soon. RC does not have your best interests at heart. And you do? Thank you for letting us know and informing us. Maybe I'll sell everything tomorrow. Here we go.
You know, or
Let's look at these fools. 4-2. Okay, here we go. Even PPCs. I bet, like, how are these people still continuing on? How are they continuing on? Their stock is delisted. Now they try to transfer over to GameStop like they've been there all along. Go back to their live stream history. Just start scrolling and scrolling. Scroll back. You'll see everything was titled BBBYQ. GameStop was nowhere to be found. Nowhere to be found. Now, all of their videos are only GameStop. They've just, at one point, like maybe a month and a half ago, they only had GME in their titles, GameStop in their titles, and now they've included GME, Bed Bath & Beyond again. They brought Bed Bath & Beyond back again after Roaring Kitty and all this stuff. They connected some towels to some tweet he had or something like that. But it's pretty pathetic, and these people just push out. They keep on pushing options. They keep on pushing options to their, I don't want to say illiterate viewers, but not illiterate, but you get what I'm saying. They don't do their DD. AMC is just like GameStop. I'm not Visual Zucchini. What's stock? E. Carter, what's up, man? That's my nephew. What's up? Welcome to the chat. You see the hater Visual Zucchini in the chat? Hey, Visual Zucchini, what stock do you invest in? Let me know. How you just gonna come in here, diss me, diss GameStop, not diss me, diss GameStop? Well, if you're dissing GameStop, you're dissing me. How you gonna do that and not provide a solution? You're what's wrong with this world, bro. Tell me what stock I should move my money to, please. Just come in here with that mess. All right, look at these fools and their options. We're about to laugh. I wish Marantz was still on here. He's like farther down the line of him owning them. That's one of the best videos I've seen. It's just Marantz and like 9 other people, and Marantz schooling them all.
Yeah, like I was being really conservative. I took my profits, and then it just like continued to go up. I would have made so much money if I would have held on.
Hey, it happens, man, you know, but either way, you know, the thing for me is that I'm writing a lot of these $30 calls for Chewy as well as GameStop. I'm actually I had 25s, which I flipped earlier this week, and then I rolled into the 30s, which were cheaper, and I was able to get a larger position. So I'm happy, man. You know, I think that, you know, this whale, whether it be DFE or whoever it may be, something is happening here, right? Like they're essentially going to, this is going to be a very large cycle. And there's also a post that I wanted to take a look at too. There was a guy off Super Stonk who had nuked his account, claims that he has the Bloomberg terminal stuff, says he's been tracking all of this like volume, things like that. And the day lands on, I believe, Wednesday is what his post said, to see some crazy volume. Now he is expecting an ATM. Again, like this isn't an insider or anything like that. This is just a random guy kind of posting this information. So take it with a grain of salt, obviously, because I want to take a look at it tonight. But
Yo, so PP said he was writing $30 calls for Chewy and GameStop over here, and they kept like their strategy is to keep rolling it. As it keeps getting in the money, they keep rolling it out. GameStop now is at 22 something, right? It was 25 this day. I think it reached like 28, something like that. And basically, let's see how that worked out. Let's see. What's up in the chat? Joe, maybe he realized he was steered wrong by that turd when RC gave him the opportunity to pull him down the right path. Hopefully. Hey, hopefully. Man, hopefully. But, you know, I don't know, man. I'm loyal. You got to be loyal for me. RC's probably a better judgment of character than I am, right? So, hopefully it works out. That's where I'm at. You know. Double cross me, don't double cross me. I'll keep it in my mind forever. But yeah, let's go. At least he wasn't pushing AMC, right? Let's see how this worked out. All his calls. Well, do I have anything else to say? No, not for that video. Okay, cool. Let me see.
More time you have. So let's say if someone just wants to load up for January's.
really brought like the value of my.
Chat, please give a warm welcome to none other than are how are you doing? Spoke here at the show on Monday. You were talking about how you were, I think, primarily all calls. How are you doing today with GME going down? I mean, surely your calls are not doing too well, or what? Update me on what your strat from here is on out, because I'm not fucking with the options for a little bit, man. I'm gonna take a little bit of time off when it comes to the options. Again, why? Because there's not really a lot of like whale.
That's like when you go out and you drink way too much. You wake up, you're like, oh, I'm never drinking again, right? This dude says he's not going to play options again, is going to take a break. Obviously, you know what happens. He didn't take a break. But yeah, because he lost on those $30 calls. He was so confident pushing to his viewers, right? They do. This show is the epitome of groupthink. And then also that groupthink transfers over to his chat, which he has a lot of viewers, right? So he's leading all those people off the deep end.
Activity happening on these options as of right now. Seems like a lot of the option activity has kind of died down a little bit. So for the time being, I think I'm out in terms of options. But Michael would love to hear your strategy, man. Let's hear it.
Well, so one, I mean, on paper, my options look horrible. Someone could buy my whole portfolio pretty cheaply. I'm not worried. I mean, I wish I just had.
I think you're muted. Am I muted or are you muted?
Oh, sorry.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
I was tripping. I thought I just muted my microphone. Go ahead, Michael.
Yeah, no, my options aren't doing that great because the price keeps dipping. But that's partly because the whole market's down. I'm not scared. It's gonna be fine.
Yeah.
I like my position, but especially since the implied volatility came down, that really brought like the value of my portfolio down a lot. But that makes it really enticing to people. I mean, it's lower than the implied volatility has been for a long time. And so if someone wants to get a really big position, because implied volatility affects the more time you have. So let's say someone just wants to load up for January's. Well, now that's quite a bit more practical to do. Or if someone just wants more shorter date, whatever they want, any of them are cheaper. And so I think we're going to see some people start buying in. And I think that we're getting close to what the actual value is. I mean, we saw the floor without $4 billion, which was $10. Then we saw the floor after they had $1 billion, which was $15. So is it crazy to think that when they have $4 billion, the floor is like 20 to 25?
Right.
I don't think it's crazy. So I think we're going to see a lot of momentum. Plus there's also something that, I always forget his name, last name Newton, Richard Newton. He showed a chart and he says that every time it dips below, the share price dips below max pain, it has like a little run up. And
yeah, it's like a magnet.
Yeah. I mean, it isn't always a magnet like for all stocks, but in the case of GameStop for the last several months, that has been the case. If you look at it, every time it dips below max pain, it will pop. And then sometimes that pop will lead to a lot bigger run. So if I position my portfolio so that, I mean, if it goes back to retest $30, I'm going to make tons of money. If it goes back to 27, I'll be fine. If it stays at 25, well, I'm effed. But
why are you not playing any fucking shares, dude? Like, I don't get it. Like, like options are a good gamble, but like shares are your best hedge, right? It's like, the shares are never going to go to zero. Like the options.
He said if it stays at 25, this dude acts like he's a professor of options, man. He said if it pops back to 30, he is good. If it stays at 25, then he's effed. The joke at $22 now. That's why buying and holding is the best avenue of accumulating shares over time. Many people do it. That's what Warren Buffett does, right? I mean, that's what I'm gonna do. That's what I've been doing. That's what I'm gonna be doing. And I shop there. I got this shirt over there, GameStop. I support the company. Collecting my bananas though. But that was funny. You saw Michael lost on his call options, and he's gonna be back again. They never go away. They don't learn. They're degenerate gamblers. Just like Houston Wade, his punk ass. Visual Zucchini. He's probably a Bed Bath & Beyond bag holder. Of course he is. They're just mad at my last few videos outing them. PP Show, his favorite YouTuber. Let me see. GameStop is small compared to other brick and mortar giants like Best Buy, Walmart, Amazon. RC has no clue what to do with $4 billion. He's going to dilute GME more and leave all you bag holding, dying business model. Visual Zucchini. Tell me what else to invest in, man. What are you invested in? If I wish RC would. I wish RC would. I wish he would dilute some more, get some more capital. Because what's more dangerous than I said it in another live stream? What's more dangerous than GameStop with $1 billion in no debt? Ryan Cohen with $2 billion in no debt. Now we have $4 billion in no debt. Make that $6 billion in no debt. And I'm straight. I'm good with that. I know my cash. My cash is going, he's putting it to work. I know that. Michael and his options. Silly Michael. Never learn. What is this? Let me go on to the next one. Lost myself. Visual zucchini. Funny, huh? Funny guy. Here, this is it. All right, cool. Here's some more. Michael losing on his options. Poor Michael.
Stuff. How I was going to ask you how those.
There we go. Sorry.
There we go. What's going on, man?
I don't know. My options are doing about as good as my internet.
Yeah, your fucking internet's going kind of in and out there. You might have to restart your stuff. How I was going to ask you how those options are. I know last time we spoke, I think you're all options. I think you're on the 24s. Is that right?
Yeah, mostly.
How are they treating you, Michael?
I didn't even look at them, to be honest. Like, I know they're basically not there anymore. So
yeah, I mean, look, as long as you have some time on them, right? Time is always going to be like the biggest thing when it comes to these options. You know, me personally, I've kind of gone from buying some of these weeklies and shit. Like, look, I'll absolutely jump into weeklies, like, you know, if it's a small amount of money, things like that. But leaps are always going to be your best bet. You know, for me personally, I've kind of leaned more back on the shares, which, again, I do want to kind of dive into a little bit tonight as well, pertaining to Ryan Cohen changing his pronouns and his picture to a woman and stuff like this. I have a lot of stuff to get into in terms of that with shares, things like that. But me personally, I've kind of taken a step back from a little bit of the option gambling and just leaning back on the shares, man. So again, if you have time on your options, not only just Michael, but anybody out there playing options, if you have time is really the greatest thing when it comes to some of these option trades. Go ahead, Mike. Bio. Ryan Cohen is now identifying as she, her, hers in his bio, and also a female profile pic. Now, here's the fucking deal, man, okay? I don't think that Ryan Cohen is intentionally or anything like that trying to offend anyone, right? In terms of like pronouns, things like that. I really don't think that is it. Because if you read this, okay, she, her, hers, it sounds like shares, doesn't it? So in bio, it kind of like, to me at least, it basically is saying shares, okay? I don't know if he's alluding to maybe, you know, because again, if you look at some of these like whale option moves in terms of the option chain, you're not seeing a lot of activity, right? You're seeing a little bit, 60K bets being placed here or there. You know, we don't really know who it is. And coming from, you know, with DFE specifically, you know, he was kind of dumping a lot of money into these options when we kind of saw him move on these. So I don't know if maybe he's alluding to shares. Now, the other thing is that he is pictured as a woman. If you ask me, you know, for the longest time, we've always assumed that we're most likely going to get some type of like baby shares or things like that. So to be honest with you, like I do think the woman thing is that he's going to be giving birth to baby. Now I could be wrong. So
Yeah, you're wrong. I'll tell you right now. It's absolutely not that. Ryan Cohen was either trolling people when he put that Trump 2024. People were questioning what it was. That's why he put Trump 665 more times. Just so there's no confusion. Sorry. Then after that, Kamala 2069, that joint was funny. Then he switched that up to Greg because Kamala's useless. I mean, I can't wait for the debates. But moving on, I don't even think it's that. I think this has to do with the gender. Remember, they tried to hit them with the diversity of GameStop's board not being diverse enough. I think that's why he did this also. Just to say it's another woman, right? Another woman on the board. But moving along. We all don't have time right now, but let's see. Where am I at? Oh, yeah. Here we go. I watched it. I watched this whole thing through. It was really funny. But here I gotta go to 3042. Jay, absolutely. We are we're the hedge fund now. There's nothing they can do. Roaring Kitty's prior videos in his live streams, he said it's well, if you're on the bear thesis, it's definitely not working out for you. And that was way back when. Now it's really not working out for you. It's all supporting everything price action. Everything is supporting the bull thesis, right? We're at $22. That's $88 pre-split. That's still an exorbitantly high amount from where we first started way back in the day, right? Not we, because I wasn't in it, but where the stock started from back then, $4 wherever it was. That to me is enough proof that they can't hold this thing down. Even when it was at $40, right? Even when it was at $10 a share, that was still equivalent to $40 pre-split. And back then in 2021 or late 2020, if you told people GameStop jumped from $4 to $40, that would be a large amount. Nobody would believe you. So now we're at 88, over 88. Continuing on, let's watch Marantz demolish these people.
They don't own any intellectual property now. They sold it off.
It's a shared IP. We literally read it in the document.
They sold it off.
It's a shared IP.
Shared IP. So they're gonna watch this. Somebody comes in and buys nothing because there's nothing to buy. You're not gonna buy. What are you gonna buy? You don't own a building. You don't own any inventory. All your inventory is gone.
What about the distribution centers, man? They didn't sell them yet, man. What are they going to do with the distribution?
Go look at the line on assets, please.
What are they going to do with the Knolls? So you're telling me nobody wants a Knolls? Nobody wants
anything.
Nobody wants a company for free?
No, God no. What are you going to do? Are you going to be able to pay for the space?
Put your lawyer on the phone. I want to hear it.
Linderbill, yeah, my guy. That's my guy. He's real.
Oh, it's Linderbill. It's your mod.
You know it.
Oh, okay.
We've been studying for a long time. There's more than just us. There's a lot of us, right? You know the team. Don't play.
No, I do. Let me ask you this.
My team slaps the shit out of your team here.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Your team is switched. I don't know how many times. I got 7 new guys around me.
How about this? How about
7 dwarves and a sleeping beauty?
All right. I'll tell you this. How about you get your guys together? I'll get my guys together, and we run a big fucking stream, and we see who can break down the best fucking shit. How about that? Does that sound good?
Or just a cage fight. I'm down for a cage fight.
You're gonna lose a cage fight. Michael.
You bring your guys. You tell me how many. You tell me how many guys you're bringing. I'll bring my guys, and we'll put it to the test. We'll see.
Just me and Linderbill can step in. We're fine. What the hell? 2v6. What do you want? You want a whole orgy?
Sure. Let me ask you this. Let's say Ryan Cohen is involved.
He's not involved.
Let's say he is.
And I would like that. Hey, don't take him with a good time.
Let's say he is involved. And Teddy, everything that we've been talking the last 9 months come to fruition. What would you do next? Would you just say, "Well, fuck it, I was wrong"? Whatever. Would you put money into it? Would you put money into it?
No.
God, Marantz, come on, man! You fucking rode the August run. Why the fuck wouldn't you run it again?
Sun Devil with the $20,000. You know the shelter. I bought $20,000 of Costco stock 3 months ago.
Watching RC at the time, it was very clear that he was going to get into the gaming industry. What do you believe? Why do you believe Ryan Cohen's just going to stick with GME and he's not going to want to get into the baby market? The reason I say that is because he shows an obvious interest in the baby market. He built up Chewy. If we really want to compare babies to dogs, they are pretty comparable, man. A lot of people spend money on their dogs. A lot of people spend money on their kids. If you had to compare the two, people probably spend more money on their kids compared to their dogs. Where do you think that Ryan Cohen will not touch this and he will just stay in GME the whole time?
Well, I can't tell you that he won't touch another company. I just wouldn't touch Bed Bath & Beyond because it's a failed company.
And you'd be shocked if he did.
Absolutely.
You wouldn't. Not a billionaire investor. You would.
How would you feel if Ryan? Well, Marantz, real quick, we got a $2 tip for emotional damage.
Sure.
So many words, it's so little sense. Marantz special.
Okay, cool.
What do you think? How would you feel if it turns out Ryan Cohen is invested? He's doing something through Sixth Street and with Carl Icahn. How would you feel then?
That's not
in that sense? I mean, how would you feel?
I'd feel good for you guys. That's how I would feel. Great.
Would you be surprised?
Yeah, absolutely.
But the DD was there all along.
No, because I'll explain to you. There's one thing that you guys aren't paying attention to.
Sure, what is it?
There's an interview, the only interview that you'll ever find about Mark Vadden. It's in 2014. He's at a conference.
Lock him up, why don't you?
Yeah, you'll figure it out. So he says in there, they ask him about burn rates and all of this nonsense, right? And they're like, okay, when do you invest in a company? When do you grow? And he says, not right now. He says, whenever it's like this and burn rates get crazy and interest rates so high and you're in the stress credit cycle, you sit on your hands. You do not try to grow. So I don't envision GameStop spending their money on trying to make a company make a merger.
Right, shut the fuck up. Dude, you're going to...
On trying to make a company make a merger.
Right, shut the fuck up. Dude, you're going to be... Marantz, let me tell you something, man. All right?
Yeah.
I think that you were so fucking wrong, man.
Okay.
Right? That I think that I honestly think you're going to put money into it when it comes to fruition. And honestly, man, it's like
I won't. I promise you I won't.
All right. You're saying that now, but hey, when FOMO kicks in, I don't think you really.
There's no such thing as FOMO for me.
All right.
No, but watch this.
I
you
think
I'm
that
so wrong, right? You think I'm so wrong?
Sure, go ahead.
In January, what did I tell you?
What? What'd you tell me? Tell me.
I told you it's going to go bankrupt, right?
I made money in January. I made money in February.
Yeah,
so I mean,
you're
playing
It's
options,
in
bankruptcy
right?
protection.
Yeah. I was telling
told you
you.
it's part of the plan. Right?
You told me my calls wouldn't go in the money. My $5 calls went plenty in the money. I made some fucking cash.
So how much are your shares?
January I lost out on my calls, but February I definitely made a killing. I made that meet.
I don't think you made back what you lost. Because I know what you lost.
Look,
that laugh is so telling, right? That laugh is so telling. This dude is upside down. Watch. Listen to that laugh.
I don't think you made back what you lost. Because I know what you lost.
Look, how much? How much am I down?
You lost like 75,000 on the call.
I lost 100K on my calls, but I put in $600 into those January calls. My loss was what, $600? Who gives a shit?
Oh, it's unrealized. Yeah, you're right. Okay,
Yeah,
I got
whatever.
you. So my point is, your shares are worth nothing, and that's not just about
No,
you.
they're
Sir, he turned $600 into 100K. Yeah, right.
worth 30 cents a share.
Oh, there you go. But it's not just about you. Right? It's not just about you. It's about everyone involved, everyone who watches you. You have a huge audience, PP. So
Yeah,
the
sure, I do. They
responsibility,
like the show.
The responsible thing to do here is to say, you know what? I got it wrong, and private equity's involved. And
I mean, has it gone to zero yet? Has it gone to the chapter 7?
never.
or what?
It doesn't have to go to zero.
Okay, but when it does, I could probably do that, right?
Well, we'll see. I'll be waiting. Hey, my Discord's open. My stream's open.
He's never gonna do it, right? He's not saying he's wrong. But look at how angry he's getting from Marantz pushing GME. And now what is he doing every single day? He's pushing out GME. You know why? Because his dumbass company failed. His whole thesis, Michael loves that. My thesis. Fuck your thesis, Michael. You suck at options. You suck at life. You suck at picking stocks. Bed Bath & Beyond is gone. No, delisted. $0. You can't even see a chart. Show me a freaking balance sheet. You can't. Newsflash, Michael. You can't even see a chart. You can't even see the history of this joint. What a way! You know what? Honestly, I really want to delete this. I really want to delete it because I'm cheap. My free trading view only allows me 30 stocks, and it's taking up space, so it may just get deleted. But I love to just show you this, Michael. Show you this once again. You're wrong, and PP, you need to say you're wrong because you said you would say it. But no, now you're pumping GameStop every single day, right? Like you've been in it from the beginning. And look at how pissed off you're getting at Marantz for pushing GameStop and saying that Ryan Cohen's only in GameStop. Of course he is only in GameStop. Anyone's allowed to inquire of a business. You're an idiot for not doing your homework if you don't look into the stats of a business when something's going up for sale, when something's going bankrupt. He's constantly looking for business opportunities. At the same time, he's constantly working for GameStop all night doing customer service. You know that. That's why Larry Chen gave him his money. He gave him his money because Ryan Cohen was up all night trying to better the company. And he's probably doing the same damn thing for GameStop. That's why in that interview with Joe Fonticello, he said, I'm not going to make myself CEO because if I'm CEO, I'll work myself down basically to the bone, to death. He'll work himself to death. Those were his words. But some fool in this stream is like, Marantz, promise me when this rockets and goes to 420 and 69 cents, you are not allowed to buy in. Marantz is like, fine with me, because it's going to zero. But yeah. Endless material these people do. And I played this the last live stream, but it's just still so funny. I have to play it right now. It's the Plan Man, I don't know, he's doing the bankruptcy filings for Bed Bath and Beyond. Michael's been pestering him for like over a year now, and thinking he has a good rapport with this lawyer, and the lawyer goes in on him, saying they're not intelligent investors. They're like they've had he's I think he said he's had a more intelligent conversation with the 3-year-old. These people don't understand what's written right in their face, that Bed Bath & Beyond is bankrupt. But let's go.
There were some leaked messages. Did you guys happen to read them or hear about them? Dude, he's that weird looking guy with the long hair, and like
Nosy Korax did this. I think he contacted Goldberg or something, got the emails, and then leaked it out. That fool's weird. Straight up weird with his cat. Got that weird ass laugh, has Platinum Sparkles and Amy on the show. We all know why they're there. I don't know why they're there. They're probably getting paid for attendance, but that dude like says some questionable stuff. Like straight creeper vibes. Whatever. His stinky ass, right? But moving along. Let's see what Goldberg. You about to see Michael get his feelings hurt some more.
the fucking tuxedo he wears or some shit. Not a tuxedo, but I don't know. The guy wears some weird fucking shit. But there was some leaked stuff. Nosy Clorax, I think is his name.
Noisy Clorax, yeah.
Yeah. So there were some leaked messages. Did you guys happen to read them or hear about them?
No, between him and the Plan Man.
Yeah, so him and Goldberg. So there was an email where he says it's titled, and I don't have it on here. I just have some screenshots here. It says, sorry you have to deal with all these morons. This was addressed to Michael Goldberg from that guy. He says they're being purposely strung along by a YouTuber known as PP Seeds and Bill Pulte. And then I guess he tagged our channel. There. Michael Goldberg's response to him was, thank you for your email. I actually just listened to another YouTube clip you were on last night, and you are the only one speaking sense out there. He says these people completely ignore the documents, which I told them that the stock was getting canceled and had no value, and now they are looking to blame someone for their own stupid investing decisions. I am used to dealing with unsophisticated people, as I have been specializing in financial fraud cases since 1990. But these people are a whole different level. Now, keep in mind, I think these emails were as far back as April. I want to say they most certainly weren't. They weren't new. But they were dated, I think, back to April around that time.
Who's Ackerman?
Because
that's the law firm that Goldberg works for.
Yeah, this is from Michael Goldberg. And then let me read the rest here.
You said when you say April, you mean last April?
This. Oh, I'm sorry. This is dated March 23rd, 2024. It looks like.
That's April, Michael. You know, you've been corresponding with him. He's talking about you. Yo, you're so dumb. Just get it through your head. That's just so funny. He's like, last April, right? What's the difference? If somebody said that about me like 5 years ago, I mean, get the hint, man.
It's like, this is a few months back. Okay, so keep that in mind. This was at the time when we were talking about how he was responding like this to everybody, right? But
to everybody. What does that mean? No, he wasn't. He's responding to you and you idiots. Who the fuck? Never mind.
Anyways, this is the rest of the email, just in case people were curious. What does the rest say? It says, yes, the one with Sifu and Amy, I actually copied the link and sent it the response to a particularly rude shareholder and told them.
All right, whatever. We're going to move along. Here's Warren Kitty. Basically talking about balance sheet investing, right? Just take a listen.
Yeah, all balance sheet stuff. I can't believe that. That's the number one, balance sheet stuff, right? I start with the balance sheet. I could probably just invest based on the balance sheet. Everything else is just a nice to have, like book value and tangible book value. I know people say they're meaningless these days. Probably some truth to that, but still super helpful. I can't even balance so much balance sheet stuff.
There it is. I mean, simple, straight to the point. You can't invest without a balance sheet. I mean, all he could invest solely off a balance sheet. You don't need TA. You don't need any of that. The only TA you need is viewing it from a long term, from a on a long time frame, multi-year time frame. And as you can see on our multi-year time frame, we're bullish as hell. Let's do 5-year. Look at that. Giant falling wedge, clear breakout right here. We're going up. Tony De Niro's thick hard line for him right there that I draw. No TA involved ever. But yeah, I mean it's clear as day. Our balance sheet cash and cash equivalents, I think it's like $4.3 billion right now. We're speaking on our inventory. We have a higher quality of inventory. We earn higher profits. We earn it's a higher profit margin per product. The inventory is high quality. We have a wide array of inventory, omni-channel marketing that allows us. It also allows us access to bigger product catalogs. And if you take a look at our assets added, like we're well over the liabilities. Shareholder equity, $10.25. I mean, over half of the stock, we're getting cash for it, straight cash. But I mean, yeah, what else? You can only say it so many times, right? I'm sure Dynamite, you know that. Einstein, when can PPCs be canceled? I know, right? That stuff shouldn't even be allowed. They're more delusional than the SWAT people. Just a few. I know, right? Richard Newton. I mean, for me, Richard Newton is like at least he's for GameStop, right? But all that stuff with the T+35, that stuff you're gonna get caught in the end, no matter what. So just buy and hold, man. You see SG&A going down. Gross profit as a percentage of revenue. I did it in my last live stream. We're only gaining more profit. Our profit margins increasing year after year, quarter after quarter over quarter. Regardless of how you look at it, SG&A is going down. I mean, RC is leaning out this business, making us profitable. So I mean, really, there's nothing more to say. I already did this. I'm a head out, guys. This is late at night. A lot of stuff going on in life. I'm just thankful for y'all being here. I just found out my wife fell. We're gonna be having another baby. It's gonna be a little girl due in January. So that joint's cool. Just I'm straight, man. I'm straight. My mindset is straight. I'm good. I'm solid where I'm at. Investing every day. I've never been more strong in my conviction of GameStop. Studying this stock every day, in and out. Having the management, forward thinking leadership. They're young, spry. Whatever. But you get what I'm saying. I mean, the sky's the limit. We have endless possibilities. I mean, he can flip to he, her, hers, whatever. Man, we're progressive thinkers. Absolutely progressive. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna play a song on the way out. Thank you. Yeah, I have 3 kids. My daughter's like 9, my son's 5, and now I'm gonna have a new one coming. My son was like in denial. He's like, "No, mommy's not having a baby." I'm like, "Yeah, she is. There's nothing you can do about it." What else I got over here? What songs can I listen to? What can we do? Oh, shoot. I got this. Letter to My Unborn. Tupac. All right, y'all. I'm gonna be out. I gotta go to work tomorrow.
To my unborn child, case I don't.
If I play Letter to My Unborn Child by Tupac, maybe the baby people, PPCs, may think I'm talking to them. I'm definitely not talking to them, man.
To my unborn child, did everything I could do to make it better. So don't worry about what people say. Now ever since my birth, I've been cursed.
since I'm born to wild. In case I never get to holler at my unborn child. Many things learned in prison. Blessed and still living, trying to earn every penny that I'm getting. And reminiscing to the beginning of my mission. When I was conceived, they came to be in this position. My mama was a Panther loud, single parent, but she proud when she witnessed baby boy rip a crowd. To school, but I dropped out and left the house. Cause my mama say I'm good for nothing. So I'm out since I only got one life to live. God forgive me for my sins, let me make it and I never steal again or deal again. My only friend is my misery, wanting revenge for the agony they did to me. See, my life ain't promised, but it sure get better. Hope you understand my love letter to my unborn child. To my unborn child. To my unborn child. So complicated to escape fate, and you can never understand to betray places. Tell the world I feel guilty to being anxious. Ain't no way in hell that I could ever be a rapist. It's hard to face this cold world on a good day. When will they let the little kids in the hood play? I got shot 5 times, but I'm still breathing. Living proof there's a God if you need a reason. And I believe in my own faith. Will I raise my kids in the right or the wrong way? Dear mama, I'm a man now. I wanna make it on my own, not a handout. Make way for a whirlwind prophesize. I wanna go in peace when I gotta die on these cold streets. Ain't no love, no mercy, and no friends. In case you never see my face again. To my unborn child. To my unborn child. To my unborn child. To my unborn child. Dear Lord, can you hear me? Tell me what to say to my unborn seed. In case I pass away, will my child get to feel love? Or we all just cursed to be street thugs? Cause being black hurts. And even worse if you speak first. Living my life as an outlaw. What could be worse? Cause maybe if I tried to change who I'm kidding, I'm a thug till I die. I'm a rider, man, touch bases. Eat lunch and plus places. Regular criminal oasis awaits us. If there's a ghetto for true thugs, I'll see you there. And I'm sorry for not being there. Just know your daddy was a soldier. Me against the world, best of boys and all my little girls. Till the Lord, I'm eternal. Rest in the peace. Take care of all my seeds and my unborn child. To my unborn child. Please take care of all my kids, my unborn child. To my unborn child. This letter goes out to any seeds that I might not get to see.
No, thank you, everyone. Thank you, Dynamite. You'll understand when you have kids one day. They'll change your whole life. They'll flip it upside down, but it's the best experience in the world. I'm so blessed, especially to have another little girl. It's so much fun. Like, I don't know, for a dad to have a girl, for a dad to have a daughter, I'm gonna experience that all over again. But yeah, guys, thank you, Wendy. Thank you for making it out. Jay, you're always there. Sharon, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I'll never ask for a like and subscribe because I'm not about that life. But thank you for coming. Thank you for liking, subscribing, whatever it is. Yeah, man, I'm just this is just videotaping my journey, my life as as a GameStop shareholder. I buy and hold every day, and I can't stop, and I won't stop. GameStop, guys.